So heat race number 1 for your professional concrete skills like this is going to see the 6 of Luke Jackson starting on the pole to the outside, the 53K of Mike Kramer, Keith Sanders in the 2 to the inside, row 2 to the outside, 29J, Greg Hammond, Jeff Olson, and the Triple X round out the field. Green is out. We are underway here at the new Raceway Park here for heat racing action on Memorial Day weekend. Luke Jackson's going to take the early race lead. Here comes the 53K of Mike Kramer. Running in second. That's Keith Sanders going to battle for second spot here. Here comes Mike Kramer taking a beat to the inside of Luke Jackson. Nothing doing off turn number 4. Still side by side for the race lead as they come in turns 1 and 2. A little shot in the shorts from Kramer to Luke Jackson. Here comes Keith Sanders on the top side. Sanders looking for the race lead through turns 3 and 4. It will be Keith Sanders, the Colonel, going to lead another lap here. 3 laps to go. Sanders, Jackson now under attack from the 53K of Mike Kramer. Greg Hammond involved as well as we have a new view here from turn 3 and 4 on AdvantageRacing.tv. Greg Hammond making a charge on the outside, trying to get around 6. Luke Jackson for second through turns 1 and 2. Little bit high. Robbins Racing. Great battle here for second on back, PJ.
Look at Matthew Hansen. Oh, as Luke Jackson goes a little half a spin cycle. But Matthew Hansen in that Triple X car, as he is sitting third, currently working on Hammond for second. And unfortunately, Luke Jackson looks like he is going to bring out the caution.
Car stalled out, got it refired. All right, so caution coming out here for the 6 of Luke Jackson. Then there were 4 cars. Keith Sanders, Greg Hammond,
Matthew Hansen, and Jeff Olson as well. Green's back out, green, white, checkered. Coming up, it is Keith Sanders as he is going to take a look at the early lead as he goes down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Hammond now being hounded by Hansen. Easy for me to say, right?
Too many H's there, PJ, as Keith Sanders took the white flag as Hansen took a peek to the inside of Hammond. Could not do so. We got a couple of H's duking it out here as they come to the checkered. Keith Sanders, Colonel's going to pick up the heat race win. Hammond in second, Hansen in third, and Jeff Olson finishing 4th. Luke Jackson will finish 5th.
Yeah, that is not the...
Mike Kramer pulling off in the 53K as well. Not sure what happened with him. Hopefully we see him come back feature time here later on here this evening. Well, let's just call it the way it looks on the track right now. Daniel Woodle, Brody Spring, 27S on your front row. Row 2 is going to see the T1 of Rusty Montang to the inside and to the outside. The 08, that is Alec Fett.
Yes. Not Django Fett. Alec Fett.
Not Boba Fett, Alec Fett.
Yeah, exactly.
Dawson March at the rear, green flying is out. RPM's rip. We're underway with heat race number 2. Lead him into turn 1 and 2 is the 27S driver, Brody Spring. Daniel Woodle pushes up the track. Dawson March trying to dive underneath, running side by side with the 1T of Rusty Montang. As the race lead goes to Brody Spring, leading lap number 1. Brody Spring leading another lap. Rusty Montang up to that second place spot. Alec Fett running in third. Then Daniel Woodle and Dawson March.
All right, now we got a battle for the lead as towhead Rusty Montag to the inside of Spring. Look to the inside, not quite able to do it. Now he's going to try and turn it down the hill and make another run by half a car length with 2 to go. It is towhead with the lead.
You see Daniel Woodle trying to take a peek to the inside of Alec Fett. Could not do so. That side by Fett pushes once again. Woodle working to the outside of Fett. White flag is down one more time around for Rusty Montang.
Montang out of 2, firing it off down the back stretch as he's going to put it through 3 and 4. Nice size gap over Brody Spring. Rusty Montag, defending track champ, is going to win heat race number 2. Brody Spring in second. Alec Fett going to bring the 08 home third. And what a battle at the end for 4th and 5th. Daniel Woodall, literally by a nose, was able to get the spots.
It's going to end up for a good night of racing.
Well, right now, all I got to say is I hope that these drivers have put on their hammer down setups, because this track is tacky, it is heavy, and is conducive to putting the foot in it and letting her eat.
As Justin Sackett, Iowa State Trooper, does just that, getting out to the early race lead in turns 1 and 2. Jim Matheson right on his tail. Speed Snyder, Sackett a little squirrely in a 1 and 2. Everyone on the binders avoid contact. Here comes Mills working his way through the field.
As they go through 1 and 2, Matheson still with your lead. The 17 is Sackett in second. Now Speed Snyder's up to third. Mills right on his tail in fourth. Matt Bonine trying to hang on. Oh, Sackett has to hit the binders, gets a huge shot in the shorts from Snyder's, and they're 3 wide going into 1.
3 deep, sell them cheap, as Jay Van would say, through turns 1 and 2. Snyder's up to second. Sackett, Mills, and Bonine rounding out your field. As Jim Matheson, the M80 car, just exploding here with a race lead early on here in the heat race.
Nice pun, by the way. As he has checked out, walked away, now it is Speed Snyder sitting there in second. Sackett now currently third, right ahead of Mills and Bonine with 4 to go.
4 laps to go, looking at the battle here between Chris Mills and Justin Sackett through turns 1 and 2. It is Sackett and Mills. Sackett with the advantage through 3 and 4. 3 laps to go for your race leader, the M80, Jim Matheson. Back to Speed Snyder's. Here comes Mills, though, looking at the inside of Sackett. Nothing doing off turn 2. Sackett might have caught the back bumper at Jason Speed Snyder, so as we got 2 laps to go, PJ.
2 laps to go. Snyder's just trying to get away from Sackett and Mills. Now Mills gets around Sackett. That is for P3. But up front, white flag comes out for Jim Matheson. Now everybody go get a sandwich. And here comes second.
As Jason Speed Snyder's in second, Chris Mills working to the back bumper of the 44X car now to the inside, trying to take a peek there. Jim Matheson picking up the checkers off turn number 4. Great battle for second. Chris Mills drives it in deep, and he'll get second at the line from Jason Speed Snyder's. Wow, what a race for second.
Yeah, it was by a front bumper, but he still managed to get it. That was absolutely phenomenal.
So we are, I think Jesse just gave him the sign, green next time by.
Oh, yeah, it looks like we are tardy, or -2. Ricky Steffen, Shane DeMay not making it to the track. We're going to send them 2 cars strong.
GMT's out with the early race lead. Mapleton Farm Boy in car 23, Berrigan running second. A little bit of a trophy dash / King of the Hill here for heat race number 2. Tees and Berrigan. You see from the great infield shot there from AdvantageRacing.tv. Also tuning into AdvantageRacing.tv tonight, Tana watching from home.
Hi, Tana, na.
Thank you for tuning in tonight, Tana.
Hoosier says hi, by the way, Tana.
We miss you at the track. But thank you for tuning in. Still Tees and Berrigan. Berrigan trying to find a way to get around the 23 car.
As they head down the backstretch, Berrigan right on the back bumper of the Mapleton Farm Boy, but not able to really do anything with him. As they're going to come through halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Through 1 and 2, Berrigan this time going to try to get down to the inside. Still can't quite get underneath of Teese. Teese running a good line with that new RZ3 Elite Razor chassis. Berrigan in the tried and true BMS chassis. Now going to try it on the high side. He's going to hook it high, wide around the outside. New leader Berrigan.
New leader Sean Berrigan in the 88 car. Coming with 2 laps to go. This time by green flag flies. 2 laps to go.
As Berrigan now starting to gap the distance between him and the 23 of Teese. They're going to come through. See the white flag this time by. It is Berrigan. It is Teese. As they go through one more time.
One more time indeed. And that's how they'll finish Berrigan and Teese here. Heat race number 2 for your Bonite Garage Doors IMCA Modifieds. Jesse's got the green flag in hand. Going green next time by. Hey, Richard Gray, where's my nachos, buddy? So we're coming green off turn number 4 this time by. This is your Professional Concrete. Your Carl Customs IMCA Northern SportMod presented by Professional Concrete. Green is out and we're underway. Dawson March, look at the great start from the 5M car. Brody Spring up to second. Daniel Woodall fighting Jeff Olson for that second place spot. A pair of 2 cars now. Keith Sanders 3 deep now through turns 3 and 4. Dawson March, the 5M car, leads lap number 1.
As they go through 1 and 2, Dawson March with the advantage. Great run in his backup car, his old car. Brody Spring currently sitting in second. It's a battle of the twos right behind him as you have.
Caution.
Caution is out. Looks like Dan Woodall up there in turn 2.
Daniel Woodall sitting at the top of turn number 2 in that 16W car. Tough luck for him bringing out the first caution of the night.
Brody Spring sitting in second, choosing the high side per the Delaware double foul restart rules. It's going to put Jeff Olson to the inside. RPMs are going to come up. We're back to SportMod Racing.
And look at the jump that Dawson March got once again on that 5M car as he leads him low. A little bit of contact as Greg Hammond trying to slide up to third and slide in front of the 2G at Jeff Olson. Oh, car up and over.
That's a 29J of Greg Hammond up and over. Also involved the 53K of Mike Kramer, the 2 of Keith Sanders, and the 16W of Dan Woodall involved as well. Red flag is out. MedStar Rescue Unit already on the spot, as our track officials in Stockton Towing. Looked like a little bit of pinballing going on in the back there, and unfortunately, Karen is injured.
Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Hammond out of the car and is talking to race officials. As you see the damage on the 29J here on Advantage Racing TV, you see Greg Hammond is standing next to the car talking to MedStar Race Rescue out of the car and okay. Cars can be replaced. Drivers cannot be, and we are thankful that Greg Hammond is out of the car and is okay, PJ.
Now, while we have a moment, I was stopped by Mike Birdsell, and I'm going to give him full credit on this one because you know what? He had his thinking cap on. We did not. I'll straight out say that. As we take another look here and contact between Jeff Olson and Greg Taylor, and unfortunately, or not Greg Taylor, Greg Hammond. And unfortunately, Hammond went for a wild ride. But no, getting back to the thought here, Mike Birdsell said that while he appreciated the fact that we were talking about veterans who are still with us, veterans who are no longer with us, we missed one group that we should have talked about, and I apologize that we did not. That is the families of current military, former military, those that made it home, those that did not make it home. The families are the forgotten ones that sacrificed so much to their loved ones can defend this country. And I know, Scotty, I apologize for myself. I know I speak for you as well. When we say we apologize, we should have mentioned that as well, because the families are put through the ringer as well. For all intents and purposes, we should be green this next time by, Scotty.
Well, we should. Dawson Marshall lead them back to the green flag of the 5M car. Green is out, and we are underway.
Dawson March going to lead him down into turn 1 and 2. Brody Spring and the Triple X of Hanson, they are going side by side. Rusty Montag also involved in that, as we have 3 cars going for second, third, and fourth. Behind him, we have a 3-car battle: Jackson, Olson, and Fett.
That we do, but Rusty Montag trying to get to the back bumper of the 27S of Brody Spring. Now down the backstretch in the turn, number 3, Spring with the advantage. You got Hanson of the Triple X there as well. Crossover move from Rusty Montag, putting up a battle for second spot. Meanwhile, Dawson March starting to walk away ever so slightly in the 5M car.
March slings it down into 3 and 4 right now, as he is starting to put a little bit of a gap on second place. Then that battle is still, or that is actually Rusty Montag in second. Battle is on for 3 and 4, as Brody Spring and Matthew Hanson still going side by side for those positions.
That they are. Dawson Marsh still leading. Hanson gets around Spring for third. Luke Jackson, Jeff Olson, as March still leads them into turns 1 and 2. Rusty Montag, Towhead, the T1 car on the hunt.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Dawson March better watch out, because there is a knocking on his back door, and it's getting louder and louder, as here comes your defending champion. He is gaining ground on the 5M. So we have youth and exuberance versus age and treachery, as they sling it down into 1 and 2. Still 7 laps to go. Dawson March still running the race of his career up to this point.
Run the race of his career as Towhead Rusty Montag in chasing the T1 car. Hanson and Spring, your top 4. Luke Jackson rounding out your top 5. March still with the race lead coming into turn 3 and 4. Pushes up the track. Here comes Rusty Montag trying to get underneath him. Little bobble, nothing doing. March still with the race lead, 5 to go.
The battle is on. Dawson March has what Towhead Rusty Montag wants. They're going to sling it down to 3 and 4 once again. Montag almost close enough to touch the rear bumper of March. It's still March leading another lap. March and Montag still battling out for the lead.
Dawson March, most improved driver in this class, as just as I speak, Rusty Montag side by side with a 5M as March slides up the hill, gets back on the gas, and Rusty Montag by a nose at the line. Dawson March fighting back a lot smoother through 1 and 2 as a 5M car, as he comes back out in front. Caution flag flies though. Caution flag coming out.
Not sure for what. I'm not seeing any cars around. Possibly, maybe that doggone
debris in turn number 4.
Jacques Debris, go figure. As hopefully it's going to start turning more into summer weather here soon, Scotty.
Yeah, I hope so. We're going back to green flag though this time. Dawson March leads him through turns 1 and 2. The 5M car with the race lead. Gonna see 2 laps to go this time by. Almost a little bit of contact between Hanson and Montag. Green flag is out. We got 2 laps to go.
Dawson March 2 laps away from his first ever career victory. So close he can taste it. He is gonna sling it down through 3 and 4. Once again, Rusty Montag going to the whip. Almost gets up to him as the white flag comes out. They're going to go through 1 and 2 one more time. Dawson March with a great run coming out of 2. Can he hold off the defending champ for 3 and 4? Dawson March gets his first career Sport Mod victory. Rusty Montag in second. The Triple X of Matthew Hanson in third, Brody Spring fourth, and Jeff Olson in fifth. But look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Dawson March picks up his first ever career Carl Customs IMCA Northern SportMods presented by Professional Concrete Victory. Wow. We are going to send Scotty down to one who has got to be a extremely excited driver. All right, so kids, listen up. Actually, real quick, let's give it up. Dawson March, first ever feature win. Scotty, I think he's a little excited.
Yeah, I would say so down here in Victory Lane. How about that race, though, ladies and gentlemen, holding off your defending champion. We're going to talk to him a second here. Dawson, picking up your first career feature win here at the new Raceway Park, holding off Rusty Montang, by the way. How does it feel here to get your first win at Raceway?
It feels good. I saw him in my inside, and I'm like, I got to go.
Go indeed, and this track seemed perfect tonight. Who do you have to thank for putting this 5-car in Victory Lane?
Bulwer Auto Body, STS, Mortgage Solutions of Siouxland, Chris Abelson Racing.
So once again, the 5M of Dawson March putting it in Victory Lane here tonight at the new Raceway Park. Your professional concrete IMCA feature winner for the Sport Mods.
So Jesse Toyota giving him the 1 to go signal. We'll be green next, should be green next time by. 20 laps the distance. Your Bonine Garage Doors IMCA Modifieds. Matheson and Berrigan bringing them down. We are Modified Racing. They're going to be side by side leading it down into 1 and 2 as they come through. It is going to be Matheson with a slide advantage coming out of 2. Still side by side down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Matheson drives in a little bit deeper than Berrigan. It's going to be Jim Matheson leading lap number 1.
M80 exploding out to the race lead is Jim Matheson through 1 and 2. Berrigan trying to heat chase the 88 car, the Mapleton Farm Boy up in third. Meanwhile, Iowa State Trooper Justin Sackett trying to run down the competition. Racer slide job as he puts Jason Speedsnyder sideways. That could have been a lot worse than what it was. Jim Matheson still your race leader.
A little bit of slap inside contact between the 44X Jason Speedsnyder's the 141 of Matt Bonine that time, or the previous lap, sorry. Right now, Matheson, he has a decent advantage over Berrigan. It is Jim Teese in third, Justin Sackett fourth, Ricky the Racer Stephan in fifth, but Stephan now starting to feel the pressure from the speed Snyders.
Schneider's trying to gain some positions here. Shane DeMay not making the heat race here tonight as he started at the rear trying to make up some positions. Won last night just across the street at Park Jefferson International Speedway. Chris Mills, your defending champion, starting deeper here in the field as well, trying to make up some ground as he pulls to the back bumper the 141 of Matt Bonine. Out in front, though, it's Matheson starting to gap Berrigan even more and more, and still a distance back to third place running Jim Teese. Sackett now under fire for that fourth place spot for the 25 is Stephan.
It is the 17 and the 25, a little bit further back. It is the 141 and the 02 Junior. Those are the only 2 battles on the track right now as Matheson with a healthy lead, even though he does bobble slightly into 3 and 4. That allows Berrigan a chance to go to the whip and try to gain up a little bit of ground. But right now, Sackett still holding off Ricky the Racer Stephan by only a half a car length.
Track a little bit hard to pass here in this A feature, brought to you by your Bonine Garage Door, IMCA Ground Powers of America's Heartland Modifieds. As the track is still really tacky and a little bit heavy in some spots as Mills gets by the 141 of Matt Bonine crossover move. Through turns 1 and 2, Mills, the little puff of smoke. Oh no, Chris Mills possibly up in flames once again.
Chris Mills blowing, same thing Travis Barker did, blowing 2 motors in 2 consecutive nights. Got a brand new crate and then proceeded to win $1,000 to win Denny Hovige Memorial in Denison. Looks like that brand new crate has now gone up in smoke as Chris Mills, problem for the defending track champ, his year of woe continues as he is done for the night. Now we got problems with the leader, the Hood, coming up on the right front corner of Matheson.
Matheson, you don't want too much air coming through that filter or too much mud, but the only advantage to him is that he is out front, no cars in front of him, so clean air and clean tracking in front of the M80 car as the Hood starting to come up on Matheson. Great battle on the track now for that 4th and 5th place spot between Sackett and Ricky the Racer Steffen. Been going at it for the last few laps here as we come with 8 laps to go. Matheson still your race leader in turn 3.
Jim Matheson, that Hood coming up enough to the point where it could very well be affecting his vision, but he is still hanging on to that lead. Right now, Berrigan not sure. He does not know what's going on with Matheson. All he knows is he is trying to whip that BMS chassis like a rented government plow mule to try and catch up to Matheson. But right now, it is still Matheson with the lead, 6 laps to go.
Still this battle here for 4th and 5th, PJ, between Ricky Racer Steffen and Iowa State Trooper Justin Sackett in the 17 car. They've been running side by side for most of this race. Sackett having the better run off of turn number 2 that time by the 17 cars. We got 5 laps to go for the M80 of Jim Matheson. Steffen a little bit better in 3 and 4. Tries to pull back side by side. Nothing doing. Still great whale of a battle there for 4th and 5th between Sackett and Steffen.
Yeah, but that battle for 4th and 5th may become a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th as Jason Speed Snyders, he has gone to the whip, and he is now getting ready to join that battle as once again Steffen tries to get to the inside of Sackett. Sackett proving the high line is the right line as he is hanging on to that 4th place spot. With 3 laps to go, it is still Matheson with your lead.
See a little bit of the frame on the M80 car on your TV screens digging into the track, slowing Matheson just a little bit, but not hindering the momentum as Sean Berrigan tries to inch closer and closer in that 88 car. Green flag high in the air, though. 2 laps to go for your leader, the Jim Matheson, the M80.
It has been the Jim Matheson show from the drop of the green as he has led from the pin as he goes through 3 and 4. This time he is going to see the white flag out. 1 lap to go. Matheson leading him down into 1 and 2. Once again, that battle still going on for positions 3 and 4. And again, Sackett able to hold off Ricky the Racer Steffen as they go through 3 and 4. One more time, it is going to be the M80, Jim Matheson with the win. Sean Berrigan second, third to the Mapleton Farm Boy Jim Teese. The battle for 4th and 5th. Sackett at the line for 4th. Ricky the Racer Steffen with 5th. Currently getting his belts off. Scotty, here he comes. Let's send it down to you with a very happy winner.
Climbing out of the car, Jim Matheson on the pulse, did not look back. Bringing home the checkered flag here tonight. Jim, you started on the inside pole, did not look back, had some hood troubles later on in that race, but did not hinder you. How was the run here tonight at the new Raceway Park?
Well, it was fast. It was as fast as it gets. I loved it. It just had a good start spot. It was key, but they're hard to come by nowadays, man. I'll take any win I can get, anytime.
Absolutely. Who do you have to thank for putting this M80 car in victory lane here tonight?
I thank my brothers first of all, and that's basically it. It's just a family deal.
It is a family deal indeed. Congratulations on the feature win, my friend. Give it up for him one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Matheson, driver of the M80, your Bonine Garage Door IMCA Modified feature winner.